Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. We are going to be going through one of the cards in my I Am deck. This deck is just full of positive, beautiful, wonderful affirmations, just nice things that we can say about ourselves in order to really understand the truth of who we are. And so I'm really excited to be with you as we do this today and to help guide you through this amazing journey called life. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna pull a card off the top of the deck, and I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You're gonna respond out loud. I am the affirmation, and then we're going to affirm it for each other. So let's just go and pull one off the top and say that today I am expansive. I am expansive. I grow into new versions of myself daily. So I am expansive. I grow into new versions of myself daily. Are you expansive? You are expansive. You grow into new versions of yourself daily as well. So I'm going to write that down in the chat. And as I do, I have to tell my fingers to write all the letters of these words. My brain has to process the idea that I am expansive in all kinds of new ways. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to write, I am expansive. I grow into new versions of myself daily. Boom. I am expansive. And indeed, I am. And so are you. You're also expansive. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Good morning, Shauna. I see you guys are here. Good morning, Lauren. I see that you are here as well. It's wonderful to see you guys this morning. Some very expansive people. And when I think about what it's like to be expansive, I was thinking about what kind of imagery would work well for this card. I love the concept of expansion. Expansion isn't just growth. Expansion is growth on top of other growth. And I was thinking about hot air balloons and how hot air tends to expand, and as it expands, it rises. So the air inside the balloon is no different than the air outside of the balloon. The only difference uh, about the air is that the air inside of the balloon has been heated up. The air inside of the balloon is expanding. The air inside of the balloon is excited. It's excited. It's moving a little bit faster. The molecules are moving quicker. And because they're moving quicker, it wants to rise above the air around it that is not expanding. And isn't that how expansion works? Isn't that how it works when we are expanding, when we are getting larger, when we are excited about something, that thing grows. And so we grow into new versions of ourselves every single day. The one of the first things that I think every day that I wake up, I think I'm fortunate to have woken up. And I have a new life. I have a new ability to be myself. Good morning there, Easy. I see you are expansive as well. It's nice to see you here on the call this morning. But every morning when I wake up, I think, here I am. I went to sleep last night. I lost consciousness. I went to different places. I dreamed, and I opened my eyes, and another another I have another opportunity to do amazing things in this material reality. And so I do. And I build upon what I was previously. Brenda Jean says that women especially need to physically expand. We need to take up space. We need to own that space. Yeah, for so long, women have been told that they need to be small, that they need to be quiet, and they need to not take up any space. And I think that's just ridiculous. I feel like that men and women both have the right to expand and to grow. And because otherwise, how on earth are we going to how on earth are we going to grow as a species if half of the people in that species are told that they need to shrink? It's not possible. And I think yesterday was International Women's Day. It would be the 8th, or actually today I think is International Women's Day, the 8th of March. And so happy International Women's Day. And please do expand in all of the ways that are appropriate to expand, that you want to expand in, that Make your dreams happen. In fact, it's so nice. Like, I mean, I live in a time, the year 2023, when men and women both are encouraged to live their dreams in ways that when I was a kid, that really wasn't possible, wasn't open to everybody. When I was when I was younger, and certainly when my parents were kids, men and women both had set things that they did in life, and guys would graduate high school and either get into the trades or get into college and then get a job and then get married and then have kids and then support the kids and then retire when they were between 65 and 70 and hopefully not die. And women would graduate high school and then some of them maybe go to college, but for the most part, they would get married, they would have kids, they would take care of the kids, then the kids would have kids, they would take care of the grandkids, and then they would also retire and hopefully not die too soon. And nowadays, everybody has more options. We all have more options for expansion and growth. And I have friends who have done all kinds of amazing and beautiful things. And I fully support them in doing that. Because in the same way that I believe that I have an obligation to really bring my full talents into the world, I believe that everybody else around me has that obligation as well, that we all have this this obligation to the people around us to really express our wholeness. Just like yesterday, we would express our wholeness with bravery. Well, we have an obligation. It's not just a privilege or a right; it's an obligation, because in doing so, in bringing out the dreams that live inside of us, we are doing the world a service. So let's expand into that service. Let's expand into the wholeness of ourselves. Let's grow into a new version of ourselves today. And that new version of ourselves is built on a foundation of all the knowledge and the wisdom and the perspectives and the experiences that we accumulated yesterday. The fact is that we are approaching life more experienced than we ever have before. And we have the right and the obligation to grow into the biggest version of ourselves that we possibly can. And in doing so, rise up. And as we rise up, I think about what hot air balloons do. For the person who's in the hot air balloon, it gives them this incredible, beautiful view, this wonderful perspective. And for the people who are watching the hot air balloon, it inspires them and says, wow, that could be me. I could do that too. That person's doing it. I could do it too. So let's be expansive today. This card is our permission slip to expand. I am very excited to be expanding myself. So, as you guys are well aware, the card deck that I have created, including this one that we're looking at right now, ought to be here sometime either late this week or early next week. And I feel like that's a way that I have expanded, because in the past it's been very difficult for me to take a project from the first conception all the way out to completion. And I'm very excited that I was able to complete this and to call it complete and to say, okay, instead of fiddling with it forever, I declare it done and I get it off to the printer. And so I've been expanding in that way, and I've been expanding in a lot of other ways too, interpersonally, and the and just I feel like I also have just been expanding tremendously, not just through that, but also through the creation of this kind of art. So I appreciate you guys being with me in this journey. I feel like I'm expanding just because I have a thing to do every morning at 9 a.m. and every evening at 9 p.m. I feel like I'm just expanding into a person who is capable of having that level of organization and discipline in my life. And so I am expansive. Good morning, Amy Jo. I see that you're here, and I know that you are expansive too. I'm here to affirm that for you. All right, so I will be back at 9 p.m. tonight, where we will talk about this card again and talk about how it entered into our lives. Until then, I appreciate you guys. I love you. You guys are awesome, and yeah, I really do enjoy seeing you here every single morning. So thanks to those people who like and share this stream, and I will talk to you tonight at 9 p.m. Aloha from paradise.